Hi, I'm Annabella and I'm the Content Specialist at OPT, and today we're going to walk you through how to take a practice exam with us. We're going to start off by looking at the email, and then we will see an ACT and an SAT so you can see the different tools that are available to you during the exam. Starting off with the email, this is something you will receive the Thursday before the exam, and it'll have all the information that you need to know to take the test. And so first thing in the email are the testing options. You can take the test live proctored on Zoom at 10:30 a.m. on either Saturday or Sunday, or you can take it self-proctored from the point that you receive this email to Sunday night. To take it proctored, you have the Zoom link here, the meeting ID, and the passcode. We do ask that even though it starts at 10:30, that is the time that we want to start the students with the exam. So we ask that you arrive no later than 10:15 so that everybody can be in their appropriate breakout rooms with their time accommodations and everybody can actually start at 10:30. For the purposes of this video, we're going to be doing the self-proctored version, and for that all you have to do is go ahead and click the exam link. Now when it comes to logging in for the exam, we ask that you please copy and paste the details as they show here. Keep in mind that it is best to not use a school or work email or a school or work device. For some reason, they just don't seem to really work that well with this program. So if you have at Berlin Wolverines or whatever, you're using your school device, it's not going to work properly. So we ask that you find another device that's not a school device or work device, or find another or use another email that's not a school or work email. Now, let's say that you don't have that. And so you can go ahead and use, if you experience login issues, use this backup email. And so we give your name at opttutoring.com, and that's the email that we're going to try using now. Okay, and so now we're going to go ahead and start the test. It shows you the time breakdown for each section. It tells you some guidelines, do not exit the exam or close. You want to make sure you submit thoroughly and don't use your cell phone, things like that. Have your calculator with you. And so we can go ahead and start the exam. Now you have some instructions here just explaining what the English section is all about. You have the underlined and highlighted phrases on the left, and then on the right you have the options to either leave it as no change or pick an alternative. So every question will have the highlighted phrase for that question. And you have some tools. So you first have the flag for review, and you have an index. So when you look at the index, the flagged questions will show up here. When you're looking, when you're ready to submit the exam, and you have the review page, you will see the flagged questions and be able to come back to them. So the flagging tool is very helpful. You can hide the time if you so please, and you also have some tools. So you have the answer eliminator. You can say, I don't think it's A or B. More than that, I don't even want to see A or B, so you can just hide them. And then you also have a line reader, so this helps you stay on the sentence at hand and not get too distracted with any of the other information there. You also have the annotator. And so once you click the annotator, you can go ahead and highlight a sentence and just be able to see exactly what you're working with. You can click that highlight and leave a little note. This is the question at hand. And you can hide the note and come back to it. Keep in mind that when you go to the next question, that note will no longer be there, which is why the index is helpful, because you can go back and say, oh, I left a note on number 1. Let me see what I wrote, if you need to. So you're going to answer the questions and go through the exam. You also have a magnifier, and so you can move this around with your mouse, or you can use the arrow keys to move it around. Okay, so now let's say we're getting ready to finish the English section. And now let's pretend we have all of these answered. We're going to go ahead and click next. Now for math, we have a new set of instructions. Not drawn to scale, line means a straight line, and average means an arithmetic mean. Okay, we're ready to start. We can close the index for now. We also have the flag here. We have the show and hide time. We have the same tools that we had for English in addition to the calculator. When you first open it, it will be on scientific. You just have to go ahead and click graphing, and now you have the Desmos graphing calculator. And you can go ahead and type any question in here, and then it'll graph it for you. Keep in mind that when you close it and open it again, it will be blank. So if you don't want to lose your information, it's better that you just move the calculator around the question so that you don't have to close it. All the questions here are multiple choice, so there's no free response situation like there is for SAT. And you can go ahead and do something like this, exactly as you see it. And then you can say, okay, it's 15. And you can do a bunch of stuff. And then let's say we want to go ahead and go to the reading section. So now we just took English, we also took math, and now we're going to get our break. Now you have a 10-minute break. This is the point where you want to use the bathroom, get a snack, get more scratch paper, whatever it is, get a sweater. We ask that you do not exit or close anything or close your laptop. We don't want the test to lose any information, so just leave it open while you're taking your break. Whenever you're ready to resume, you can go ahead and hit resume. Instructions for reading, you have a few passages and they're followed by several questions, and you want to answer the questions best you can. Okay, so for this, we have the passage on the left and we have the questions on the right. And so you can see here that the highlighted paragraph, okay, we see the highlighted paragraph. You have the same tools that you have for the other sections. So you can say, I don't think it's A. You have the answer masking. You have the annotator and the line reader. So we can say, okay, there's this whole paragraph, but maybe my important part comes from the first few sentences. Maybe my question is only about the first few sentences, so let me highlight that and let me leave myself a note that this is what is important for this question. Okay, and we can go ahead and keep going, and you would just go through and you can use the index to say, okay, I want to do this question, and then I want to go over here, and let's say we're finished with the reading section. Nothing is flagged. Okay. Now at this point, we're getting ready to take the science section. We do recommend that you try to take it for your first diagnostic, but if you already have decided that you don't want to take the science section, do not close the window. It's going to say your changes are not going to be saved, and we don't want to risk losing all the information. So, and you don't want to close the tab, same situation. You don't even want to save and exit. What we want you to do is go to the index, to the end, and submit the exam. Before I do that, I want to show more about the science. So let's see, we have the same tools. You have the passage on the left, the question on the right, and you have the answer masking, you have the answer eliminator, and you have the annotator, and all that good stuff, and the note taker. Okay. Now let's say we're getting ready to finish science or skip science, whichever. You go to question 40 and you submit the exam. If you click submit, it will be finalized. That's what we want. And so now you will get your score report. So we have the total score, we have the individual English, math, reading, and science score, and they let you know the science is not included in the average for the total. And you have the breakdown. We have English, math, reading, science, and then you have the questions that you got incorrect or skipped, the correct answer, and your answer. And then if you go to detailed summary, you can go ahead and see this, but this is something that you're going to go over with your tutor the next time you see them. So now we're going to go ahead and go back and take an SAT. Same situation with the email. You will receive it the Thursday before the exam, and you have the Saturday, Sunday live proctored version on Zoom, or you can take it self-proctored, which is what we're going to do today. So we're going to go ahead and click the link. And again, we're going to copy and paste the credentials. So let's do this. And let's do this. And let's start the test. And so same thing, we have the breakdown of the sections and the time for them and some guidelines. We're going to go ahead and start the test. And this is also exactly how the official SAT will look. So our practice exam program matches the visual of the official exams pretty closely, which means that you're getting a really good example of what you're going to see on the official exam. You have this would be the version of the index. You have the highlighting tools. So you can go ahead and do this and highlight, and you can leave a note. You can delete the highlight, delete the note. You can hide the time. You can cross out answer choices. You can mark for review, and then you'll see that here. You have all these tools. Okay, let's go to the next question. Let's answer a few. Okay, let's go to the next question. Now notice that there are 33 questions here. On the official SAT, you will only have 27 reading and writing questions. That is because we have two versions of SAT practice exams. We have the Diagnostic, which is linear, which is longer. We have all 33 questions. And then we have the Adaptive, which has the usual 27 for reading and writing and 22 for math. The reason we do that is because we want to get as much data as we can. And with the linear version, instead of a student taking a second module that is either easier or harder with only 27 questions, the linear version leaves all of the questions in there that either student would see, so we can get more data about that student before they start. And then once they're preparing for their actual SAT, we have them take the adaptive practice exams. But for now, we are going to do the linear version. So we're going to go down to 33, and go ahead and click next. Okay, we have a question that's reviewed. So let's do that and go back to the review page, and now we're ready to go. And now once this section has ended, we are going to enter the second reading and writing module. And now again, because this is a linear exam, it is not adaptive, so I'm going to see the same second module as any other student taking the exam. And we have the same tools. So we have the line reader here, and we have other stuff. Okay, and the highlights. So let's get rid of this. And let's say I only want to look at the sentence that they're asking me to look at. Okay, let's say I don't really want to look at this answer or this answer, and I think it's this one. Okay, I'm going to mark this one for review for later and come back to it. I'll answer this one, and then I'm going to jump around to punctuation. I don't think it's this one or this one. And then we have all these tools. Go to the review page. Oh, there's one that's flagged. Let me unflag it, and let me answer it. And then I can go back to the review page, and now I'm getting ready for my break, and then we can start math. Okay, so again, the break is when you would take your break. You use the bathroom, get a drink of water, get a snack, a sweater, whatever it is. You scratch paper in your calculator for the math section. Let's resume the test. So we have some instructions. They let you know how to enter the free response answers. So for something like 3.5, you can do 3.5, 3.50, 7/2. You can do repeating decimals, you can round it, you can just truncate it. And yeah, the negative option is important. And then you don't want to do mixed numbers. It will be read as 31/2, which is not the same as 7/2. So just those are things to keep in mind. And you have similar tools on math. So you have the mark for review, you have the cross out option. I don't think it's this one or this one. I'm going to go with this one. You have the graphing calculator. So again, when you first open it, it will be set to scientific. Just click graphing, and now you have your Desmos calculator. Same situation where it will empty out all the information when you close it. So make sure you keep that in mind. Okay, so we're going to go through some of these questions until we get a free response question. Okay, so every free response, same as you would see on the official exam, On the left-hand side, you will be reminded of the way to enter your answers and some examples. And then on the right will be your question. Okay, so let's just go ahead and make up a number. And then we have this, and here's an example of how to use Desmos to get your answer easily. 55 over x plus 6 equals x, and we have 5. So we're gonna go ahead and put 5. Okay, we can close this, and we're gonna go through to the math section. Similarly to the reading, because this is a linear version, we do have 27 questions. On the official and on the adaptive versions, you will have 22. Same logic, we just want to get as much information as we can so that we can pair you with the right tutor for you. So we have the instructions again, and now we have the other math module. We're going to go ahead and submit. Now again, we don't want you to just close and exit, close the exam. We want you to submit fully and let all of this process go through until you actually see your score. Perfect. So now you have a reading score, you have a math score, and you have your composite score. You have the breakdown of the difficulty, you have the breakdown of the number of questions you got right and wrong, and finally the answers, the questions that you got right and wrong. And then again, you're going to go through this exam with your tutor. So from here, your job is done. And let's go back to the email. So regular time, access and login. If you have trouble logging in and you only have a school or work email, then you can go ahead and use the backup email that they provide for you. And yeah, awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in on watching how to navigate the OPT practice exams.